Have you ever woken up in the morning, taken that first sip of your favorite drink, and then wondered why your chest feels heavy, your breathing is shallow, or your coughing just doesn't stop? Most seniors don't realize that the very first thing you drink each morning could be silently damaging your lungs. And after 65, when your lung capacity naturally declines by nearly 30%, the wrong morning habit can make the difference between breathing freely or gasping for air. Today, we're exposing the 3 worst morning drinks that secretly destroy your lungs and rob you of oxygen. And then I'll share 3 healing teas backed by science that help cleanse, expand, and rejuvenate your airways. And trust me, number 1 on the healing list is something almost no one talks about, but it could change your mornings forever. Think about it. Every single day, your lungs have to process around 20,000 breaths. That's 20,000 times your delicate airways expand, contract, and filter out dust, toxins, and pollutants. Now add in age-related stiffness of the chest wall, weaker respiratory muscles, and reduced immune defenses, and suddenly your lungs aren't as resilient as they once were. A study published in the European Respiratory Journal even found that by the age of 70, most people lose nearly half of their lungs' peak capacity. And yet, every morning, many seniors unknowingly sip on drinks that inflame the lungs, trigger mucus buildup, and even worsen conditions like COPD, asthma, or chronic bronchitis. But the good news? Switching just one morning beverage for a healing tea can help you breathe deeper within weeks. So let's count down the 3 worst drinks first and then move into the teas that truly heal. Coming in at number 3 on the lung-destroying list is sugary fruit juice. Now, this one shocks a lot of people because it's marketed as healthy. But when you pour yourself a tall glass of orange juice or apple juice first thing in the morning, what you're really giving your lungs is a sugar bomb. The average glass has over 20 grams of sugar, and here's why that's dangerous. High sugar intake triggers systemic inflammation, which thickens mucus in the lungs. One study from the Journal of Clinical Investigation showed that excess sugar worsens airway inflammation, especially in people with asthma and COPD. Seniors are even more vulnerable because their immune response is slower, meaning the mucus lingers longer, clogging up airways. You may think you're doing your body a favor with that juice, but in reality, you're silently suffocating your own breathing passages. Instead of juice, you'll soon see a tea that not only hydrates, but actually thins mucus and clears the airways naturally. At number 2 is coffee loaded with cream and flavored syrups. Now, black coffee in moderation can have some health benefits, but the problem is how most seniors actually drink it. Creamers, especially non-dairy ones, are full of hydrogenated oils and artificial thickeners that coat your lungs in what scientists call respiratory irritants. The sugar syrups add another layer of inflammation, spiking blood sugar and worsening fluid retention in the chest. In fact, a 2019 study in respiratory medicine found that diets high in processed fats directly correlated with worsened lung function in older adults. Many people over 65 also take medications that interact poorly with caffeine, leading to heart palpitations and shortness of breath. And here's something most doctors don't say. Caffeine is mildly dehydrating, which means it can dry out the delicate lining of your airways, making every breath feel harsher. If you've ever felt your chest tighten after that second or third cup, this may be why. But the number 1 worst morning drink for your lungs, the true silent destroyer, is soda. Yes, even diet sodas. Many seniors reach for a fizzy can in the morning, especially if they don't drink coffee, thinking it will give them an energy boost. But sodas are absolute poison for lung health. First, they're loaded with phosphoric acid, which strips your body of magnesium and calcium, 2 minerals essential for keeping the muscles around your lungs strong. Second, carbonated beverages put physical pressure on the diaphragm, the E muscle that controls breathing, making it harder for seniors with already reduced lung capacity. And third, a study from Chest Journal revealed that people who regularly drank sodas had a 61% higher risk of chronic respiratory symptoms like wheezing, breathlessness, and chronic cough. Even diet sodas, which may seem safer, contain artificial sweeteners that disrupt the gut-lung axis. An emerging area of research showing that what happens in your gut directly impacts lung inflammation. So if you've been drinking a can of soda to kickstart your mornings, you're essentially feeding your lungs a chemical cocktail that accelerates their decline. Now here's the good news. Just as the wrong drinks can damage your lungs, the right teas can heal, open, and even rejuvenate your breathing capacity. These teas are simple, affordable, and many of them can be made right in your kitchen. Let's count down 3 teas that seniors over 65 should drink in the morning to restore lung health. At number 3, we have ginger tea. Ginger has been used for centuries in traditional medicine, but modern research is now proving why. A 2020 study published in Pulmonary Pharmacology and Therapeutics found that ginger compounds, like gingerols, relax airway smooth muscles, making it easier to breathe. Ginger also has a powerful anti-inflammatory effect, reducing swelling in the bronchial tubes. For seniors with chronic cough or wheezing, this can feel like opening a window in a stuffy room. To make it, simply slice fresh ginger, boil it for 10 minutes, and add a teaspoon of honey. Honey adds a soothing layer, coating irritated throats and calming morning coughs. Drink this instead of juice, and within 2 weeks you'll likely notice clearer breathing and less mucus clogging your mornings. Coming in at number 2 is thyme tea. This one surprises a lot of people because thyme is usually thought of as a cooking herb, but it's actually a powerful lung cleanser. Researchers from the International Journal of Molecular Sciences showed that thymol, the active compound in thyme, has antimicrobial properties that fight bacteria and viruses in the lungs. This makes it especially helpful for seniors prone to chest infections or pneumonia. Thyme also acts as a natural expectorant, thinning mucus and helping you cough it out more effectively. To brew, steep a teaspoon of dried thyme in hot water for 7 to 10 minutes. You can even mix it with lemon for extra vitamin C. Seniors who add this tea often report fewer chest infections and deeper, fuller breaths in just a month. And finally, number 1, the most powerful lung-healing tea you can drink each morning, mullein tea. Hardly anyone talks about this, yet it's been called the lung herb for centuries. A 2021 review in Frontiers in Pharmacology highlighted mullein's ability to soothe the mucous membranes of the respiratory tract, reduce inflammation, and even assist in detoxifying tar and pollutants from the lungs. For seniors who've smoked in the past or who live in polluted cities, this tea is like giving your lungs a fresh start every morning. Many herbalists say that within 3 weeks of drinking mullein tea daily, seniors report easier breathing, fewer nighttime coughing, fits, and better stamina walking upstairs. To prepare it, steep dried mullein leaves in boiling water for 10-15 minutes. Then strain carefully because the fine hairs on the leaves can irritate if swallowed. Add honey for flavor, and you've got one of the best morning lung tonics in the world. So, let's recap. The 3 worst morning drinks for your lungs after 65 are sugary juices, cream-heavy coffee, and soda. These inflame, dehydrate, and weaken your airways. But swap them out for ginger tea, thyme tea, or the powerhouse mullein tea, and you can restore lung strength. Breathe more deeply and reclaim the energy you thought was gone forever. Remember, your body is always trying to heal itself. All it needs are the right tools. So now I want to hear from you. Which of these healing teas are you most excited to try first? Ginger, thyme, or mullein? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next natural remedy that could change your life. Because your next decade can be stronger, clearer, and healthier than the last.